The Quadrifoglio is no regular Giulia, and this one is no regular Quadrifoglio. This is as close as you get to a Giulia Quadrifoglio GTAm in the States. It was built by Luis and his wife Kelley, a duo who don't just modify cars, they elevate them. But even before they touched it, the Giulia Quadrifoglio came ready to punch above its badge. With a Ferrari-derived twin-turbo V6, carbon drive shaft, adaptive dampers, and a chassis dialed for aggression, it was Alfa Romeo's return to the performance game with something to prove and 505 horsepower to back it up. It's a car that brought Italian flair back to the sports sedan segment since the departure of the incredible 159, and reminded everyone that not everything has to wear a German badge to be great. Now that you know what the Giulia Quadrifoglio was, we can get into what this custom one-of-one has become right here in the States.
I lived in Italy for 3 years. And in those 3 years, I just fell in love with Alfa Romeo. I fell in love with Maserati. Coming back to the US and not being able to get those vehicles here, it really broke my heart, but it always stayed on my mind that I wanted one. 2017 rolled around, the Alfa Romeo Giulia was released in the US, and of course, my situation at that moment wouldn't allow me to get a car or get the Quadrifoglio. So I ended up buying one years and years later, used, super happy on depreciation, by the way. That's how this car came to be. And of course, I couldn't leave it stock. I had to start modifying it right away.
Ooh, mods.
I was very sad when Alfa Romeo released the Giulia GTA and GTAm, and we didn't get them in the US. And I understand why we didn't get those vehicles. $288,000 Giulia was something that they probably saw not selling in the US. You know, the car was beautiful when it came out. There was nothing wrong with the design. That was not my complaint. My complaint was that Alfa Romeo, after they released the GTA and GTAm variants, they never brought them to the States. This right here is the closest representation on exposed carbon for those models. We ended up having to replace the entire front end. The car is widened by 50 millimeters on each side, including the widened rear fenders. Why the exposed carbon look? Well, look, I had an option of getting the car in carbon, and I really did not want it to cover it, especially after spending what this kit cost. I wanted it exposed and I wanted to show it off, and it's something that I like. I think it looks great. I felt like the spring rate on the vehicle was a little bit soft from the factory. The car could take a little more. The reason that needed a little bit of harder spring was because the steering on this vehicle is so direct from factory. Shocks are incredible. They didn't need to be messed with, but the spring rate, that is all we have to do. Now, the body roll and everything matches the capabilities of the front end of the car. When we talk about modern sports sedans, we all know BMW when it comes to F-Series and now G-Series cars. They are incredible, but they're incredible because of the amount of technology that is going into those, especially the G-Series. This car, honestly, it got old. Technology completely forgot about this car. But there is one thing that this car rewards you with, and it's the connection that you have with it. It's still very analog. When this car is on race mode, you have no electronics helping you out. It's you, the pedal, and whatever you wish to do. And that type of connection, it makes me forget about the lack of technology. I don't care if I have Apple CarPlay or really nice looking vents or a quick responding screen. Honestly, that stereo is never on. I don't care for it. And honestly, I don't even think about it when I'm driving it because I am so connected to that experience. When I started modifying this car, of course, you start doing your research, right? I thought I understood the mechanics of this vehicle, but once I started looking deep into the engine, where the engine came from, at this point, we should all know that it's a Ferrari-derived V6, not a Ferrari engine, but a Ferrari-derived engine. I started noticing where the value was on this vehicle. Actually, I started being a little more careful on how I modified the vehicle because of it. But I noticed that every time I did a small modification, it rewarded me tenfold. Now, this is a vehicle that even though you look at it, it's all exposed carbon, I'm supposed to be careful with it. This car is not PPF. This car is driven every single day. Yes, I do scrape the front end, I do scrape the diffuser, but honestly, the enjoyment that I get outweighs those worries. But now that this is over and I feel like I'm done with it, it's time to start challenging myself with something that is still kind of on the same line, and I can explain that a little bit later, why these two vehicles have a few things in common that drew me straight to it. If you are interested in getting into this car, there is a few things that you need to remember. Alfa Romeo, even though they build so-called luxury vehicles, their vehicles are very spirited vehicles. They are vehicles that have certain quirks. If you don't like opening the hood of a car, if you don't like maintaining your batteries charged, this vehicle is not for you. But this vehicle is going to bring something special to your commute. You are going to love going from point A to point B. The power, it is incredible. You actually have to be responsible with it. Now, I gotta say this. You don't have to purchase this car new, okay? Take advantage of the depreciation. Take advantage that a lot of people maybe have listened to bad reviews. This engine is mechanically perfect. This engine is not gonna give you any problems as long as you drive it. Do not let it sit.
Remember the Italian tune-up?
Drive it, have fun with it, rev it, play with the transmission, play with the gears. Have all the fun you can have with a car. It will reward you.
The Alfa Romeo Giulia Quadrifoglio. Not for everyone, but perfect for those who can handle it.